The old staple we were all raised on, physical education.
Physical education.
PE is the most important subject in school. If a student doesn't understand the principles of health and fitness, they risk chronic disease and an early death.
Exercise can be challenging for those in the spectrum. It will be important to maintain a structure to their day, and that includes physical education.
Teachers are coming up with unique solutions for those kids to still learn those skills.
Mark Fleming, the fitness trainer who's one of a kind.
If there's one thing Mark Fleming knows, it's exercise. But Mark is hopeful he can be the missing piece to the sometimes challenging puzzle that is exercising with autism.
Having autism, my sensory issues are everything's constant, so it's not heightened or dampened. I was able to participate. I was able to be me in physical education. I knew that I wasn't the best at sports. I knew I wasn't the fastest or the strongest, but it just was where I felt accepted. As a gym teacher, what you should be aware of when dealing with sensory processing disorder is all the sensory input in your gym or atmosphere. That can be noise, lights, fluorescent lighting. That can be very loud to someone with sensory processing disorder. Even texture of clothing, of gym clothing. For instance, tags in a shirt really bother people. If I'm wearing a t-shirt that has a really bad tag on it, if that tag hits the right spot, I won't stop thinking about it until that tag's off. I mean, it doesn't stop. You don't get used to it. When you have SPD, those senses are telling the brain, threat, 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 threat. Even if it isn't a threat, the brain is processing it the whole time as a threat. And so if the brain's processing it that whole time as a threat, you're gonna wanna do something that gets you out of that situation as soon as possible. So some ways you can tell that a student may be experiencing sensory discomfort can be seen by an individual that may look aloof, disengaged, just apathetic to participation. Any kind of behavior that may seem off to how they would typically act in like a classroom setting may be a clear indication that something else is going on. The best ways to help someone with a sensory processing disorder in gym class would mainly be just be compassionate to that individual situation, and they'll work through it with you. They don't want to be going through this. They don't want to not participate. They may be just needing a little more help, a little more compassion, adjusting to the situation that they're in.